Hello and welcome. It is the 25th of March, 2021. My name is Derek and this is the Money Charts channel. Currently a quarter to 5 in the afternoon, Eastern Time. All bets, trades, and amongst the like, well, your own risk and, of course, your own reward. Technical analysis. There are people that say it doesn't work. A spoiler, when you use it right, it does. It's almost saying something like if you play aggressive in poker, well, it works, but you also got to know how to do it. Or if you want to win as a pitcher in baseball, you might want to throw the ball hard. Just to, other than the occasional amazing off-speed pitch, but that's just being fancy when the pitcher hitters already know you're a hard-throwing pitcher. It's the obvious ways you know that works, but again, things you got to do right. Now, what does technical analysis mean? Well, it's two words. Word one is technical. So you're being like exact amongst the situation. You are looking for mathematical numbers that are precise. We're eliminating opinion, basically going with facts and actuality. And then you analyze the situation. Technical analysis can be looking at historical situations, look at how previous variances has worked, so on and so forth. I'm going to use Fibonacci in this one. And the analysis for where? Sell target. I've already got the answer. But I'm going to show how I got it. First of all, before we do, it's like an inverted head and shoulders pattern. Neckline, you're around 1700. Got there here, then leg lower, making a new low. Retest of previous high, leg lower, but higher low, and now it's reaching the previous area. This is QTUM, by the way, but I'm sure you figured that out based on the title of the video and well, yeah, you figured it out. But it's a good setup. I like how it's going. And just a couple things of note. Just one thing I was thinking of too is like if you're just talking about candlestick, just quick little patterns. One, overextension, and is it safe to sell? Probably no on this spot. Within just looking at a few periods, meaning last four even. You are at the 18 average of highs on this 22nd, barely getting above, and you have the three following. So it's overextended. And when you get nicely above the highs, I recommend selling. Nicely below the lows, I recommend buying. But there are times where maybe you want to wait to sell or even buy above the highs for, of course, higher moves. This just might be one of it. But when you see a situation like this on the previous day, where we had the price go up to this, pull back, and we can see even in today's session like this, it's telling you it's already had a correctionary move. And it also would tell you that, well, shorten it out and see what else you can see amongst it. And, well, what we can see is that from this high, okay, my drawing tool didn't come in. Let me just make sure it does. From this high, it comes down in here. Then we retest high, make the higher low, and we're just back again. That's just a beautiful pattern in itself. Single hour term, a lot more, the same, well, using the same information, of course, but there's the rally, nice little correctionary move, several hours to go down. Gets to this little conjunction within the 18 and a beautiful move, and it exceeds and stabilizes and has previous amounts of time where it trades above previous high. This whole entire time, it is from the time when it broke out on the 6 hour stamp this morning. It has held and stayed above the entire time, pretty much with this line at 1400 high change. Amongst such, you can see the strength, how it's been showing amongst the 18 highs. Nice little move in here, coming close to this little area here, this little tested. So since we hit this move, we came down with like 5 straight red candles, or even 6, however, whatever, decent amount of red downs. Good move to get back to it. It corrects this nicely as we can see, and now it's lifting off farther higher. This to me just looks phenomenal. So then, it's something I bought just a few days ago. Do I sell it now? No. Would I buy it if I didn't own it and I wanted to trade? Yeah, probably I would. So I'm glad I got a bit better of a price. So where would I be looking to sell? Well, Fibonacci retracement is something I enjoy. And I'm going to go through three different levels. I'm looking at one I haven't even calculated yet. It's probably, I already know the answer is going to be correct on it, but 61.8% from here to here. I haven't even looked at that one yet, but let's just bring it up. And what I can already tell just by looking at this is, oh, it's already hit the 38 here. So breaking it above this, we're going to go to 61, which is what, somewhere around here, which is maybe around 26, 27. And I am going to be selling higher than that number. And I think it's going to go higher than that too, hence why that's why I say that. But just even just round numbers like 45.77 is a high. Divide that by the low, which is like 643. To the root, and I'm looking for the 38.2 and 61.8. Okay, I guess it's the pork chart. This is a case of a bad log scale chart. See, it's already shown to me on the 61.8 at 21.63. Oh no, that's where we're going to at least. This isn't the greatest of fib. Well, maybe 13.61. Yeah, it's kind of still working within it. It just to me means that this level here, it left the bearishness. It's attempted to leave bearishness here on the February 9th, 10th, and it's trying. And again, it had its correction move from that statement or from that actuality of just trying to leave bearishness, because that's what I know. That's what I state with the 38.2. If it can, as long as it stays in a retracement mode, if it stays below the 38.2 from key high to low, it's in a bear market. And between 38.2 and 61.8 is neutral. So the attempt to enter neutrality was the case in here, like a statement made, and now it's going back in neutrality now. But it's got price objectives up towards 28.80 and 21.63. But those weren't the ones that I was looking at. For the one that I was seeing was, we have a move. Let me just go. Upside was the first one that I was looking at. And how did I calculate that and find, where did I see it? I mean, this is crazy. I know my other one, that's an easy one. That's the biggest one. Because it, yeah, I remember. Okay, this is where it is. I think it's easier to see in the 4 hour. It looks better, I think, on that. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. We got high and we got low. So what I'm looking for is high divided by whatever a 61.8% recorrection is in here, which I'll figure out. I've already done it already in advance, to the exponent of 1.618 multiply around this number here, which is near 1,000. So this high comes in at 1649. Because what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a move and a good correctionary play, which it is, and whether it hits it or not, I want like a 61.8% correction. Okay, so let's find out what this low is. I know I can use a rough estimate, but for this case, I'm just going to use the exact number. 636. And that 915 is the number that I'm going to be looking for. That's a 61.8% down correction. And 1649 divided by 915 to the exponent of 1.618 multiply 915. That's not what I calculated before. Well, 2373, that's on their way there move, maybe. What was the move that I seen? So 2370 would get me to here, which is, yeah, definitely going higher than that. 621 into 2000. Let me just, well, this size is like 2000 almost. Yeah, that makes more sense because I knew that number was near 1,000 when I did it before. And this should be near 3,000. I mean, that's what I calculated before. Yeah, 3126. Which is where the sell target's going to be. A good pierce above 3,000. Even 3,100 pierce above that. Unless you just want to make sure you get in and you know it's going to go to 33, 34, and you're happy to sell at 33,000, whatever. Nothing wrong with that. And that's just making the conservative sale, meaning you're going to get your sale more often, but you get a little less of a good price from the long term end or the long term overall gain. Within this high is 49,000 like 236, and this is like 600 and change again. 38.2% level is 33.97. 23.6 is 18.05. If you're looking to say, well, the next target is 38.2, you have to verify and validate that 1800-ish area is legit. So I can just stick a quick little line there. Yeah, I think it might be. I suppose I could use a calculator to see what the line below that is, but I know it's going to be roughly around in here. And what happened was it really wouldn't have resisted too much, or by a little bit, but it would have congested within, or wouldn't have resisted the fib line below. Rather, I mean, it did a bit here, I suppose. I'm guessing the next number is going to be around the way fib usually works, around 1040. Maybe even a little higher, like 1100, even like, yeah, even like 1130 or whatever, 1180. Okay, well, it's just because I'm curious. And I'm going to take 618, just multiply this down. I need the one below this, so it's 85.4. Yeah, 85.4%. So I'm going to do that, divide that by 650 to the exponent of 0.854, but it's the low end that I'm looking for, so 14.5. And then multiply the low again of 650. 1217 is the number. I'll just stick a line there and see how it looks. Of course, yeah. So I had a little bit of resist. Yeah, it did resist it. I mean, yeah, this is just, it's doing what it's supposed to do. And I really like how the action has resulted from the start of February 20th and how it's managed to get out of that. Because as the story goes, and that's what's really good with technical analysis, is create a story. And that's what they've said in poker. Try to make, when you're making a hand, make the story make sense. And that's what I'm going to try to do here. So from the lows, it did its thing, and I mean, pretty much a perfect piercing extra at fib, like it usually does. Coming back, making the big higher low somewhere where we came from is nice to see. Decent amount of correctionary time, and then we get to the key previous high. And let me just take a look at this a little clearer. Why did you try and just move this over like this so I can see each oh yeah, just one candle to do it. So it just crushes this level and a concise move to next level. We resist next where we're supposed to, and we come back first supporting it. But after support, it has a lame ass rally with a major grind back to where we came from. Then another lame ass rally, but equal to the previous. And another equal to the previous grind its way down. But this time it just went exactly through. Markets correct either through price or through time. Correction through price, finishing time. Really no price here, complete time there. But at the stage, it's okay. Bearish indicators, and there we go down. Okay, now we're looking at this area for resistance, all that kind of stuff. There's the resistance, what I was looking for. So how are we going to play out from here? And yep, there we go, going down. That's not good. Bearish, of course. But so Now we're into this little bit, but what's taking so long for this to go into? Because we came to this low at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, the three stamp here, and yet it's been so many periods just doing all this in here, and yet we continue on, and even still just sticking with the 18. But after resisting this, this is telling us and coming back down that well, this move is over. We should be going lower. Now, if it's not, it's a failed breakdown, of course. But oh, okay, well, oh, failed breakdown possibility. Okay, we'll see. So we get above this and now over the fib number here, and now we're supporting this. Okay, we still got a long ways to go, so we gotta get back to that 18, of course. Nope, it's a failure. Pierce extron resistance. So that's huge. You go through this support. I already told us before this is looking weak, and we should have went down here. But you know what though? You have this move, and you had all this empty space, and you filled it. Now it looks concise, like it's going lower. And yet we got this spot in here where, okay, well, we filled only some of this empty space here from this high. We completed the full retracement from this high to this low. Had a chance to go down here, and then it did not make a lower high on the March 18th day. It pierced extra on this and lower on this, but within such, higher low was big, and then on the retest back to this level, which is March 24th, yesterday in the morning, managed to get above that previous high, and now, of course, looking, of course, to make that move to this larger up move. So, yeah, I think this thing has got a very decent size move, and I think, did I already calculate? This is the third Fibonacci, 50,000. Did I already calculate? I probably could. Yeah, I already calculated that. So that's the 38.2%. And yeah, of course, I was verifying 1800 was what I was doing. So as far as my strategy is concerned, I mean, I think this looks pretty good. See this come up over the 3K mark. Time to sell. And what do I do after I'm done selling? Because the plan was because THETA was getting way overextended, so the funds coming from THETA, put into QTUM. Well, THETA's kicking ass right now as well. So therefore, if THETA kicks ass again, I'm not going to buy THETA. So I'll just probably put it into Bitcoin and then decide later what to do with it there. Or if there's another coin, just move it into another one. I'll just look for something else on a day trade. That's probably how that's going to work out. So THETA is the first place I would turn into when it's over. And of course, if THETA's kicking ass, I'll just do a quick little preview of what THETA's doing. And oh my goodness, this is what I was saying, and I just seen this about a half hour ago. Really? 25,320. This is just getting sick. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, this hour here, 4% hour. Buyers obviously are in control of this market. It doesn't look like they're letting go either. I mean, this key low, which there's a lot of key lows in here, I suppose. It's showing how much buyers really are in control of this market. But from this last one, this is the hourly time frame, so we're looking at like 10 o'clock last night from 1 o'clock, basically the entire day within this trend. Sellers aren't too aggressive at all anymore. And a lot of it is the miss out factor. People who missed out on selling in here have these opportunities to do so, and some of them have, but obviously not many. As the pattern goes within the 18, one of my favorite indicators, the 18 moving of highs and lows. So many reasons why. When you see a situation like this, where it has a lot of congestion amongst the 18 highs. I've called it showing strength amongst the 18 highs. A whole SHIT amount of periods doing like this. And it's doing so from what it's been coming from. Just an amazing run. You can oftentimes get some phenomenal 1, 2, 3 periods thereafter that are just blow your mind kind of deal. And this last hour that came in is a statement that it's ready to start that. I gotta do fib. Okay, 27.7 is the high. 26. Did I do extra zero? 20, yeah. 27,700. Okay, and the low in here is 2,100 or 20,110. And you could do 2770 divided by 2011 and you get your same numbers. It's just the last digit wouldn't be there. Okay, so 22.7 and 24.5. Oh, am I going to do Fibonacci upside? I'll have to figure out how to do that. Might as well do that raw. Well, 22.7 on the way up sure as heck wasn't resistance. That's for sure. It's been support, though. And let's do 24.5, which it's just violating nicely right now. But it's also piercing extra, too. Large pierce extra. But you can't, yeah, this is that situation where it's very rare to see this to me. Because it resisted on the 7 a.m. stamp and then had all this time well noticeable below that high, almost a pierce less, which is a rarity. So when I see that, it's like, okay, this is probably going to at least make the 76 for the next intermediate term level. 25,684. It's pretty much doing that now. It already pierced it above right there, yeah. In short term, it's really not showing much resistance conviction right now. And I'm not surprised either. Okay. Upside. How am I going to calculate this? Question mark. I'm saying this to myself, so this is what you're getting with raw analysis. I mean, short term, the easy one is to do 61.8% of this correctionary move. I might as well do that, but so it's 277 or 2770 and 2272. So we're looking to go up to like the 31,300 there, an intermediate term target. Okay, so that's the first thing of note. But that's intermediate term because that's just a meh move. How am I going to calculate this question mark? This isn't easy. I might have to just... I'm going to have no choice but to do Fibonacci upside from around... Oh, I have to go this high here now because I kind of want to do 6,500. Because 6,500 is this high and it's this all area here within the big low. I want to do 61.8%. So high divided by the 61.8%. I know we fit the 1.618, so we got to do the 2.618. I guess that's all I got left. Let's do it. So 6,500. No, the low's like barely. I'll just do 1,000. Just do rough numbers in this example. I'll use my regular calculator. So 6,500 divided by, that's 6.5. Why do you even need to divide that? Come on. So 6.5 to the exponent of 0.382 multiply 1,000. So 2,044. Okay, even 2,000, whatever. So 3 to the quarter. And let's just first get the 618 number. 1.618. Multiply 2,000. That was 13,466. Okay. Let's just take a look at that first and see how 13. I mean, it had a little bit of resistance there, and it really didn't go down much, and it had a nice ascending triangle there after the fact. Then it got above it for a small move, came back to where we came from in a monstrous move thereafter to a concise to the next key level. This is going to take me to the 423, really? Meaning, I'm going to do 261.8, which is going to be an already hit area again. What was the math? I'm just doing so I can look at my history. 3.25 to the exponent of multiply the low. Okay. I'm going to change this again, so I'm going to do the minimize screen. 3.25 to the exponent of 2.618 multiply 2,000. That's 40 something, isn't it? Yeah, 43. That's the next key level then. Okay, 43,766 is probably going to go to. Holy shit, wow. The likelihood does seem pretty high on it now. And again, this is me doing things raw. Just looking at this on a. That doesn't make. Probably does make sense. And how much would that equate to on the dollar? And then let's take a look at theta versus USD and see if how that presides. So that's how I'll finish this off. I mean, when I'm looking at this as it is, it's just in a monster up move. I mean, 43 is just like, and again, this is poor scaling when you're looking at Satoshi, it seems. Well, 43 isn't even double. And it's doubled how many times from 1,000 to, yeah, so. So then, let's, as it goes, with Bitcoin at 50,000, and this in here, if we take this, this would be, do we cut in half or double? It's, yeah, basically cut in half. So that would be $21 or so if Bitcoin prices don't change. It's like I was even saying like don't expect like 30, 40 even. But I mean this could still be where it tops. And then I could also think, might as well count the next fib level after that. And that would be to the 4.23. That's just sick that I'm even doing this. Yeah, 400,000 Satoshi. Good luck on that. And the next, I mean, if things go haywire crazy, you see me calculate 400,000. I'm not expecting that, at least. Maybe, if anything, as its all time high that it will have at some point in many, 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 many months from now. It's a wild, wild market to say the least, though. Thank you for tuning in and have yourself a great day. Bye bye.